Hey everyone, Infinitecaz here, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be talking about the kits of the Chargers in Splatoon 2, and how I would fix what I believe to be the weakest option for each main weapon. With Splatoon 3 right around the corner, I'm looking forward to seeing how the new weapon kits change how each main plays, and I really hope that each weapon has at least a sub and a special that complements it. In this video, I don't aim to give each weapon the best possible kit I can think of, but tweak the sub and special combination to make it more cohesive, and hopefully more powerful, while still keeping the spirit of the original kit. With that being said, please like and subscribe as it really helps me out, and let's get right into it. The Splat Charger and Splatter Scope are your basic chargers. They have great range, a pretty fast charge time, and have 3 different but pretty good kits. The Splat Charger, being unscoped, can hold its charge in ink, but it has less range than the Splatter Scope, although they are basically the same weapon, and since they have the same kits, I will be grouping them together. Speaking of kits, the Vanilla and the Firefin Splat Charger both have great sub and specials. The Vanilla has Splat Bombs, a super versatile tool to apply pressure and to leave at your feet when retreating. Stink Ray is perfect to apply concentrated pressure to the objective, and because you are a backline, you don't have to move far to be in a good position to use it, as it makes you vulnerable up close. The Firefin Splat Charger has Splash Wall, a good defensive tool that provides a line of safety, and Suction Bomb Rush, which provides amazing paint and pressure, especially on the objective, like the zone. That sadly leaves the Kenza Splat Charger, with a kit that doesn't mesh in with the playstyle of your average charger main. Sprinkler is a pretty decent sub, as it provides passive paint, which can be used in busier areas to disrupt the enemy or to build up your special. Sadly, your special is not that great, being the Baller. While very fun to use, the Baller can easily be disrupted and popped, and this makes it surprisingly difficult to get splats with. For the Charger, the Baller will put you out of position, which could make you very vulnerable, especially if you are not super confident with your aim. Sadly, the kit doesn't synergize very well with the Charger, and you rarely see it used as a result. So how would I fix the Kenza Charger? I think I would keep Sprinkler as its sub, as it's a useful support tool, so I would give a special that acts more in harmony with this. As the specials for the Vanilla and Firefin are quite aggressive, I think a more passive special would do best here, and I would give the Kenza Charger Booyah Bomb, which is great for painting and applying concentrated pressure, especially on the objective. In a way, it's quite similar to Baller, but puts you at less risk and is harder to disrupt, as well as, in my opinion, being a better fit on a Splat Charger. The Elite 4K is heavier and slower than the Splat Charger, but has more range and does more damage as a trade-off. Being the longest ranged weapon in the game, especially if you're using the scoped version, mastering the Elite can make you a formidable force on the field, even more so in maps like Moray Towers and Arowana Mall, where the Elite can make some important shots that no other weapon can manage. The Elite only has 2 kits, both which are fine, but I consider one to be marginally better. The Vanilla Elite has Ink Mines and Ink Storm. Ink Mines are very good on this weapon, allowing you to deflect flanking opponents and being able to soften them up to pick off more easily. And their passiveness is a good fit on a weapon that needs all of your focus to hit snipes. Ink Storm helps you paint effectively, provides some wider pressure, and gives you an ink tank refill in a pinch. The custom Elite 4K has Squid Beacons, which can be very powerful if used right, as they can allow you to quickly reposition yourself and speed up the time it takes for your teammates to get back into the action. However, its special being Bubble Blower, while brilliant on a lot of weapons, doesn't synergize well with the Elite. You take a while to pop them, and as an Elite, you'll want to run abilities like Main Power Up and Ink Saver Main, so your bubbles will be mediocre in size at best, making them have limited impact. To improve this weapon's kit, again I would only touch its special, as squid beacons are quite a rare sub and can be well utilised by the E-liter. I would swap Bubble Blower for Tenta missiles, as they can act as a tool to locate and provide long-range pressure to your opponents. As you are usually positioned far back, you won't have to disrupt yourself much to use your missiles, and you have a good view of the map in order to easily locate and lock onto your opponents. However, the custom E-liter currently has a 170 point special, so I would probably increase this to 180 or even 190 to prevent mindless Tenta missile spam, as it would ruin the point of playing the E-liter in the first place. The Squiffer is the shortest range charger, but with a very quick one-shot and the ability to pierce, it's formidable in the right hands. It has 3 pretty good kits, all with their pros and cons. The vanilla is much more supportive, with a cheap ink armour that allows you to aid your team and be a nuisance. The fresh Squiffer is much more aggressive, with suction bombs and inkjet, a dangerous sub that provides lots of pressure, and an aggressive special to aid with picks that may be outside your normal range. So that leaves the new Squiffer in a strange spot. It's clearly meant to be more aggressive, with Autobomb and Baller, but it isn't as much so as the fresh, and its slightly more supportive slant doesn't stack up against the Classics kit. Autobombs are a pretty cheap bomb that can help target opponents and give out pressure, and you can throw 2 in one ink tank, only using a main and sub of Subsaver. Baller can be used to push in and provide jump points in Clan Blitz, but suffers from issues that I mentioned in the portion on the Kenza Charger. Not a bad kit, but it does suffer from being the weakest out of its competition. So how would I change this? I think I would change both the sub and the special, to give the weapon a more unique combination. First, I would switch the Autobombs with Torpedo, as both subs have a tracking feature, but I think Torpedo would pair nicer with the Squiffer, and since it's a rare sub, it helps to give a wider variety of weapons the chance to utilise it. For the special, I think Ultra Stamp would be a fun pairing. Again, we don't have a charger with this special, and it has a similar idea to the Baller, just being a bit more threatening and versatile. I think this unique combination would make the new Squiffer more desirable, giving a reason to pick it over its more aggressive or supportive bodies. The Gutuber is a strange weapon, and probably the weakest main in the game. Its gimmick is that it can hold a charge in ink for a longer period of time, but it suffers from short range, a long charge time and 2 forgetful kits. However, this weapon is unique among the chargers as it can one-shot at less than a full charge, which can be further taken advantage of by main power-up, allowing you to drastically reduce your splat time. Kits-wise, the custom is the better one in my opinion, with curling bombs and inkjet. This provides some easier mobility and a way to exert long-ranged pressure, and gives you a way to reach places your main weapon struggles with. The vanilla has suction bomb and splashdown, which isn't great to be honest. While splashdown used to be a good panic special, in its current state, I find it way too easy to take down, and for a charger it's an odd fit, even more so on an aggressive one in my opinion. Suction bombs are a good sub though, and provide a lot of pressure when used right. Because of this, I would change out the special to I think Burst Bomb Launcher. The lower damage of burst bombs could be used to combo with a partial shot, and aid with painting in an important area. Burst Bomb Launcher is also very uncommon, so to see it on another weapon would give it more exposure. However, the kits of the Gutubers are not the issue why nobody uses the weapon, and I'm confident the vanilla would see use if the main weapon was sufficiently buffed. Lastly, let's talk about the Bamboozler. This weapon is unique in its class, as it's the only charger who can't one-shot at a full charge, but instead it does 85 damage, or up to 99.9 with enough main power-up. However, because your charge is so fast, this isn't much of an issue, and the Bamboo is very forgiving if you miss shots, in my opinion making it the easiest charger to get good with. It has 3 kits, with the strongest in my opinion being the Mark 1, with curling bombs and tenter missiles. This helps with support and mobility, but does make you an annoyance to the opposition. The Mark 2 and 3 suffer from opposite issues. The Mark 2 with Toxic Mist and Burst Bomb Launcher has a good cheap special, but a mediocre sub, while the Mark 3 has a great sub and fizzy bombs, but a special that doesn't synergise well with the main weapon, being Bubble Blower. I think fizzy bombs on the Bamboo are great, so I'll be focusing on the Mark 2's kit this time, even though in my opinion both kits could do with a tweak. I really enjoy Burst Bomb Launcher on the Bamboo, but think it needs a sub-weapon to make it a bit more aggressive, even if Toxic Mist is a pretty decent pairing synergy-wise. I would keep the special of the Mark II the same, and replace Toxic Mist with Burst Bombs, making a kit more reminiscent of Splatoon 1, when a weapon with a bomb rush had the corresponding bomb as the sub. However, another sub like Torpedo or Auto Bomb could work just as well, as long as they provide paint and a bit of pressure. I honestly worry Burst Bombs could be too good on the Bamboo, as being able to combine a near 100 damage hit with its splash could quickly pick off anyone trying to escape. But I think it would be fun to see regardless, as no charger has Burst Bomb as a sub. That's all for now, and thank you so much for watching. What kit would you change to make it more useful? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe as it really helps me out, and I will see you all next time. Bye!